They had a 6-game losing streak, and when Creighton was out 3 of those games. But the bottom line is he said to give us a time to get better, give King a chance to play, give some guys that don't normally do some things for our program a chance to do it. And now look what they're doing right now.
Yeah, we're a little quiet offensively to start this game. Nearly 2 minutes in. Nembhard for 3. Not quiet anymore. He connects on the three-pointer to give Creighton on the offensive end. They do have freedom of movement, as Greg McDermott says to us. But he also would like them to make that extra pass because he thinks that extra pass will get some free shots.
Oh, what
That's a beautiful move.
Put him in the spin cycle. You know, for Creighton, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you disrespect the opponent. Not that they would do that, Tom, but I've been a coach.
Yeah.
And they read the records just like everybody else. They read press clippings. Sometimes it's hard to keep them focused the way they should be.
How about that? An offensive board by Kaluma and the putback. He just ripped it out of Wahab's hands.
Yeah, he's so good. Just a gift.
Well, you saw the spin stop with that shot. Creighton thought about the 3. He does take some. Off the screen by Mitchell. Creighton down low. He caught it. Lost control. Spinning around off the glass.
As soon as you said he does take 3, talking about what he means to his team, they're going to go right at Creighton.
Right.
And with 18 minutes on the clock, you don't want him to get 2 fouls.
Kaluma. Off the screen by Creighton. The 3 is good. Nothing but net.
Yeah, so good. I mean, he's just one of those guys you just got to, he never left. BC, Arizona State transfer, the portal working at his best. Georgetown has a lot of guys that are in the portal.
1-point lead. Shireman for 3. It's good. The lefty with his first 3-pointer of the night. It's 17-15 Creighton. Say about shoot around. It's noticeable Creighton is A, funny.
Yes.
And also B, vocal.
Very.
Inbounds goes to Nembhard. So he was just saying stuff as he came back on the floor. Kaluma gave up the 3 to the free throw line. High post left side. Inside of Creighton. Got position and finish. And that's what he does so well. They're always afraid
to get an angle. He's just struggling.
Yeah, he may have forced that one. It's a 1-point lead for Creighton. Creighton, by the way, has gone over 900 points for his career. Off the fake. He'll keep it up top. Alexander off the screen, curls toward the hoop, off the glass, got his position, and is able to roll it
to get to the rim and use his athleticism.
21-18, Creighton is on top. Not a whole lot of offense in this first half. Murray to the basket, no good. Wahab had it, knocked away. Now Nembhard saying go, go. Leaves it for a cutting. Nice the finger roll.
Running the floor. You see the big fella he's been. You know that end. That was just a deep one.
Nembhard for 3. That one's good. He splashes it home. And this is a 9-0 run by the Bluejays. And it forces Georgetown to call a timeout.
The Bluejays doing.
The Bluejays, look at that. 0-3. They average 70 points per game. The opposition scored 75 per game. When he's in, the opposition scores 67.
Yeah, so you think about it this way. Unless you have a team that has a 5, you see there's a row in there now, you got to have a 5 that can spread him out.
Right.
Because this is what's going to happen on the other end. He's tough to stop, much like Zach Edey. You don't have a big that can shoot 3s and bring him out to the lean. Unless you're going into his body, tell me. He's a tough guy. I mean, we're talking about how tough is it to stop him. And in transition, that transition triple. They call him Trailer Shire.
Cut off by Shireman with his pivot foot. Trying to get some action going. Creighton takes the rebound.
Because you see the difference between the 2 teams. One team passes,
yeah.
The other team doesn't. And the other team makes, the other team doesn't.
Creighton offensive rebound. Putback is good. Creighton has 10 court, which is provides a lot of the offense for Georgetown. Not providing the offense tonight. 0 for 13 so far tonight. How about that skip? Kaluma open for 3. Too strong. Shireman with the offensive rebound.
He's so multifaceted, but he's, a lot of people thought he couldn't rebound in his league because of athleticism. He does a great job of rebounding. Trey Alexander off the window. Wow.
Yeah, he averaged 10 points per game at LSU. Back to a pass cut off by Riley. Riley running the break. Riley going right to the rim. Blocked away by Creighton.
Sometimes, Tom, just got to put your hand in the fire.
Yeah, that's just too easy. And Kaluma then responds by taking the match and lighting it in the other basket.
Kind of player. You see, Kalkbrenner's sitting in the hole, playing like a goalie, not coming out. Relive has to make that shot.
They go to the corner. Shireman, his jumper, it's good. Nothing but net. That's a three-pointer.
That's like we'll call a corner.
For Georgetown, overall field goals. There's a Cook. Trying to get some movement. That's a tough shot. Ball is tipped around. Saved by Farabello. Nemhart running the floor, winding to the basket, lays it in. He got a free path right to the hoop.
But see how the moving the basketball around, they haven't done the job they did in the first half, and that's why the Hoyas have closed this gap.
Mason Miller in for the first time for Creighton. They get it to him. A little shot fake. Kalkbrenner really trying to get deep. There's that lob inside. Slams it home. Boy, that's great insight and good coaching.
Got so lucky.
Spears, little spin move. Now Wahab wants it. 9 minutes to play.
For that left shoulder.
5-point game. Oh, that's not a good pass. He knew it too. Here comes Alexander running the length of the floor. Switched hands and laid it in.
That's just good defense, good scouting report. You know, it's getting close to the end of the year. They're still looking good. Got to talk to John Rothstein. He disagrees with everything I says.
Alexander connects on the three. And it's now 51-40 through at the rebound.
We were just in the timeout, T-Mac, and what did I circle? 1 for 7 from 3, and what does Alexander do? Knock down a triple. One right, that's what he does best. Cannot let him go right.
Yeah, so he's got 5 straight points to now make it a 10-point game again. Here comes Nemhart, speeding, other end of the floor. Alexander open for 3, no good. Ball is knocked away by Kaluma.
Just a heads-up hustle play. Get the rebound. You got to make sure you clear it. You got to look all the way around you. Make sure there's no one behind you.
Kalkbrenner against Wahab. Shot clock down to 5. Nemhart, step back 3. Go!
That's a heck of a shot.
56-40.
Put an interceptor.
Yeah, you need to lengthen this game, which has been very quick. Georgetown has 7 fouls. Creighton has 4. 1:20 to play. A little too light on their pressure.
I mean, very light.
Yeah, Kalkbrenner with his back to the rim lays it in, and a timeout called by Creighton.
There's just not enough time on the clock to just allow them to.
Step back 3 by Spears, no good. Shireman with the rebound. That's going to do it. 7 seconds left to play, and Creighton comes into D.C. and wins its 5th consecutive ball game as they win it by a final score of 63-53. And oh, by the way, they've won 11 straight on CBS Sports Network. Just figured we'd point that out as well. 10-point win for Creighton. Not a lot of offense, but with the victory, they continue to put themselves in a very good spot when it comes to the Big East standings. 8-3 and 14-8 overall. Marquette, Providence, Xavier sitting atop at 9-2.
It wasn't a pretty one, Tom. It
No,
wasn't a pretty one, but at the end of the day, you mentioned
said it was all about that letter.
It's all about that letter, getting a dub, and that's what they did. They did enough of what they had to do. I think Georgetown shot themselves in the foot a number of times with their decision-making, but again, you know, a tough game for them today.
63-53, the final score. Creighton wins it. More to come from D.C. after this timeout.
That's a dub. We always say a road dub is a dub. Just talk about what you had to fight through tonight against a scrappy Georgetown team.
You know, I give Coach Ewing so much credit. You know, in difficult situations, his kids continue to compete and play hard, and obviously they really competed defensively tonight. And you know, we had some looks from 3 we didn't make, and that that would have opened things up for us, but instead it kind of clogged the lane and made things tough. But you know, we made Spears and Murray had to take 32 shots to get 21 points. So defensively, I thought we made them take the shots we wanted them to take.
On the 5-game winning streak, a lot of people, left you guys for dead, like you weren't going to be able to come back, and now you're in the conversation again. Talk about what you're going to have to do down the stretch to really put a button on this Big East run.
Well, you're going to have to continue to defend like we did tonight, because that travels. That gives you a chance, regardless of how you're playing offensively, whether you're making shots or missing shots. And as long as we can do that and rebound the basketball, I think we'll have a chance to win. But obviously this league is good, and we've got a very good Villanova team, full-strength Villanova team now coming to our place Saturday.
Coach, congratulations.
I appreciate it, Chris.
Thank you.